Hello, everybody. We're here. Apologies it took us so long, but we're here now. Dan's here. And on the other side of the U.S.
That's true. It's dark here already. I guess it was dark like 3 hours ago, so it's not very exciting.
It's pitch black.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so welcome, everybody, to MUR Plays. We're going to be playing through the uh, Island of Birds, also known as Union and Disillusion, which you can't really see because of the stuff on the screen. I'll try to be sure that doesn't happen much. So we played through most of the Circle Undone at this point. I think I could say that we safely reached the halfway mark. Last time, for the greater good, horrible things happened the first time we tried to play through. Like statistically completely improbable things happened. So we decided to retcon it, and we played some. We murdered a whole bunch of lodge members, and we made our way through the lodge to get a bunch of experience. A bunch of things happen. We discovered how the puzzle box works, as you can see in the little campaign log here. Before that, we tried to go for the new ending in what's the one with all the horrible banshees that you have to bring to places?
Wages of Sin.
Yes. In Wages of Sin, we tried to get the new ending but couldn't, so we ended up with 2 experience, which kind of felt bad. But before that, the secret name went pretty all right, and the other ones went pretty well
it
too.
felt worse than Bad Dane. I would say it felt awful. That's just me.
Yeah, it felt all right. So afterward, we kept our mementos to ourselves, and we discovered how to open the puzzle box. And yeah, I guess to note, as far as setup goes, we chose to have Gabriella and Jerome, and we have their circumstances up here. So Gabriella was killed by specters, and Jerome was pulled into the spectral realm. Maybe we'll get some friends. Maybe we'll get some horrible enemies and suck and die. So, who knows? We sure don't.
Shadow knows.
So last time we were in the lodge, and we found out that the Silver Twilight Lodge is up to no good on some island somewhere. So we decided to go to the unvisited isle, and so that's where we begin in Union and Disillusion. We are rowing there on a boat, or maybe there's a motors have been invented. I don't know. But yeah, so the streets of Arkham are empty. There's a thick haze. There's weird things happening, sounds, birds, a lot of stuff happening at this unvisited isle. It seems pretty visited to me. And then a pillar of spectral energy just shoots up out of the out of nowhere and begins to be very bright. And we need to figure out whether or not we want to aid the lodge in their endeavor of shooting a huge beam into the sky or disrupt them and stop it from happening. So this is the point of no return. We'll not get to change our minds later.
Dane, that is not correct. Point of no return is a scenario from the Dream Eaters. This is
There's
Union
not
and
enough
Disillusion.
spiders. You're right. Maybe they need to change that to text, but we must decide. Choose one. We have to help complete the lodge's ritual. Completing the ritual should bind the Spectral Watcher and prevent it from doing any more harm. Then we'll record something, or we have to stop the lodge's ritual. Disrupting the ritual should release the Spectral Watcher tethered to the mortal realm. And then we record that we decided the coven.
I predict that you will have an opinion about this.
I don't think so.
Really? I mean, usually you kind of want us to go for a particular ending or whatever. Is it because we've already missed all of the interesting new ones?
Yeah, basically. So
Well,
there's like, I mean, we kind of know what's going on here. At least I think. I don't know. Maybe there's cool new stuff. But we've basically been like murdering lodge members left and right. So I don't see why we would stop at this point.
yeah. I mean, I'm basically fine either way. So I'll let you decide.
Let's just continue siding with the coven. Murder some more lodge members. Does that sound good?
That's fine.
All right. So I will write down that we sided with the Coven real quick. Because that's important for things. And then we're going to go to back here. Okay, so setting up everything, that's all good and dandy. Okay, so Penny White and... I'm sorry, Gabriella and Jerome should be set aside, right? Okay, they're not.
Yeah, I forgot. This is like the part where you finally get to check in with the original, the people from the prologue. I forgot all about that.
Are they in here? Oh god, I just shuffled everything. Well, okay, we're gonna get to that. Oh, I see. Beneath the scenario reference cards. I'm guessing it's under here. No, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, here they are. They're in these huge bags that are right in front of my face. Great. Yeah, okay, and there's an enemy and a friendly version. Okay, so here's where it gets confusing. Depending on the following circumstances, a different version of Acts 3 and 4 should be used in the scenario. Each other version of Act 3 and 4 should be removed from the game. Check the campaign log. If the investigators sided with the Lodge, we did. Use Act 3 Beyond the Mist 1 and Act 4 The Binding Right. If we sided with the Coven, the investigators are deceiving the Lodge, and the investigators were inducted to the Inner Circle. No. Last time we just... We were enemies of the Lodge, so we didn't get the inducted into the Inner Circle. We kept our mementos hidden. We're deceiving the Lodge, but we... This is really intense. Okay, we did not hide our knowledge of the Coven because we didn't talk to them. So we are going to do Beyond the Mist version 1 and Act 4 The Binding Right. So let's find that real quick. Version 1. Oh, it's not going to show it, of course. Act deck. I'm guessing number 1. Let's check this real quick. Beyond the Mist version 1. So that's not it. I'm just going to take all these out and look at them. What is this? Okay, we don't want this.
I'm gonna click the load decks button.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. My sound has kind of died, Dane. Okay, I think maybe it's back. Can you say something? Let me try to fix it.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes, I can, Dane.
Hey, great. Okay, so yeah, we have Act 1, The Unvisited Isle, and we're using the Beyond the Mist version 1, Act 4, Binding Rite. We also are doing a Divination Tarot reading, and the Hierophant. During the first will test every round, each investigator gets +1 will, so it's kind of nice. We're also not on easy and standard. We are on hard and expert, which is way scarier. And then we also have, for the duration of the scenario, the following additional rule applies. While resolving the Watcher's grasp treachery, the Spectre Watcher does not exhaust after it attacks. That might matter for Delilah, but I can't remember why that would matter otherwise. Otherwise, we have our tokens set up over here. We've got 2 tablets in the bag, and we've got 2 skulls in the bag. So we don't have to worry about the... Oh, God. The Elder thing, which is really awful. But also the spectral enemy attacking you, even if it's exhausted, is also kind of bad, too. But yeah. So let's go, if you don't mind, Dan. We can talk about our decks. So, again, I'm playing Roland. The last upgrade that we went for Roland was we dropped the 2 Gretas, since we either A, never got her down because she was way too expensive, or B, we never got her down because she was way too expensive. We decided to go for double X, just straight up good stuff, level 2B cups.
We also to spend the 8 XP on the best 8 XP worth of Guardian cards in the game.
Yeah, probably. So that's 2 V-Cups, 2 Vicious Flow upgrades. Seems great. And then also I dropped Handcuffs for a Forewarned, because I figured, some of these treacheries are pretty annoying. It'd be nice to Forewarn Device and Villainy. So, yeah.
Handcuffs has done a lot, but it's kind of had its day in the sun at this point, probably. Right?
It sure has, yeah. There's it's going to get spooky. There's going to be spaghetti monsters and things, so, handcuffs aren't going to be... handcuffs just aren't what they used to be against spaghetti, so, yeah.
Doesn't quite work.
As far as your Dan, what's going on over there?
Yeah, I didn't really have any kind of super amazing ideas left. We're kind of just in the kind of upgrade generically good stuff phase of things. So I added Streetwise, which should be really good for Trish if I have enough money to pay for it, which I hopefully will. I'm a little worried that I won't have enough money to both counter espionage things and use Streetwise, but I also adapted back in a second Faustian bargain to hopefully help pay for this. And I upgraded one of my perceptions. I definitely would have upgraded the other one, but I didn't quite have enough XP for it. So, and I think I banked 1 XP for next time.
Great. It says you have 16 available experience. Thanks, Arkham DB.
That got screwed up somehow. I also kind of thought about putting Janae in my deck, but I think that it's too expensive. I'd have to get a charisma. It's just not really worth it.
Yeah, Lila's pretty good at this point, I think.
Lila's just so good for Trish. I think that's better.
Yeah, ideally Janae, but I guess it depends on how much experience we get. Well, anyway, that's our decks. We got everything set up. So I think. Oh wait, we need to do the Unvisited Isle things. So, okay, check the campaign log for each heretic that was unleashed under Arkham. Place 1 Doom on the agenda, which I believe is 2. Yeah. So 2 Doom already. Seems great. Shuffle the remainder of the counter deck to build the encounter deck. And then where is the part where we put these Unvisited Isles out? Let's see. Oh, maybe it's the back one. Yeah, here we go. Shuffle the 6 Unvisited Isle locations to 2. Choose 2 at random to put rest set aside out of play. Okay. So we're going to shuffle these, and we're going to put 2 into play randomly. And these go up here, set aside out of play. Somebody took the puzzle box. I don't remember who did. I think I probably did, because you don't want anything to do with adding cards to your deck.
I don't think we even discussed it. So I also forget how the puzzle box works. So
the puzzle box just says it's like one of the only story assets that's really, really good to take just because of the scenario. It basically says you can unlight brazier at your location, or exhaust the Spectre Watcher, or deal 5 damage to the Spectre Watcher if it is exhausted. So like it's an insta defeat for the Spectre Watcher, or you just like immediately light a brazier or brazier, or deal 5 damage to it. So there's a lot of reason to have it in a deck. If you'd like to have it in a deck,
I guess it's like whichever one of us is less likely to be able to pass brazier tests or something, maybe.
Maybe. It might actually be better for you if we hadn't discussed it anyway. Just because of the fact that you can like auto evade something with Lola and then immediately use it on that thing.
Yeah, either way.
And you might be able to draw it more reasonably. So would you mind taking it?
Yeah, sure. It's kind of too bad that it doesn't like start out in play. A lot of assets like this do.
Yeah, or like at some point it gets pulled out of your deck or something or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it says we both start play at. Okay, so if we sided the Coven, the Braziers already lit. Okay, yeah, we have to unlight the things. And then where do we start? Miskatonic River. Great. So we start down here. And yeah, so there's a resource on each unvisited isle denoting that they are lit already. Okay.
That's how it is.
Let's do it. So I'll draw some opening hands here. Oh yeah, let me open up the hands real quick. Great. I do like most of these cards. However, I kind of think I should get rid of the skills, keep the Beat Cop, maybe keep the Forewarned.
I don't think I would keep the Forewarned if I were you, but
yeah, I could get a Tooth actually. So
I would definitely keep the Beat Cop though.
Yeah, totally. So we'll do that. This goes away. Okay. We got some guns. We got some people with guns. We got some crack the case, shortcut, etc. So I think we're looking good. And what's going on over in Trish Land?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wow, nice.
So we definitely mull that. We definitely keep Lola. We'd probably keep Cigarette Case.
And you want Lone Wolf, right? Potentially.
Yeah, I honestly might mull the Cigarette Case because I think without lockpicks, triggering it is kind of up in the air.
Maybe. I feel like Lucky Cigarette Case is just so good, though.
So I feel like I really, really want Lone Wolf and lockpicks.
Okay.
So I think I want to mull at least one of these two cards on the right. I'm not mulling Lola. The Practice Makes Perfect is just kind of like, it's basically like a free clue and draw a bunch of cards.
That's what I was thinking. Because if you get your Perception level 3, then you're definitely triggering Lucky Cigarette Case.
Yeah, and it's also just good to have the Practice Makes Perfect early before you draw a bunch of practice cards. So all right,
totally.
if I'm keeping that, then I am going to mull the Cigarette Case, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll do that. And
okay.
Yeah, it's not amazing, but it's fine. I'll definitely play the Faustian Bargain.
Yeah, you got some devil money. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, I'll probably first turn. I'm probably just gonna like Faustian, Lola, investigate with Practice Makes Perfect. Probably.
Sure. So we're at the Miskatonic River. No clues here.
Fine. No
Shroud
clues.
5.
That's the other thing I would have loved to have drawn was Pathfinder. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I have one too, actually.
Yeah.
Cool. So there's nothing here of note. Can you... Let me think. Are you willing to throw a couple bucks over to a struggling Fed?
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool. Because I just want to be able to like beat cop, click for a credit, and then play like automatic or something.
I mean, I can give you 3 so you can play both if you can maybe like pay me back with a crack the case later or something.
Yeah, unless you absolutely need the money for it.
No, because I think all I really want to play this turn is Lola. So.
All right, sounds good. That'd be
Alright,
great.
so I will... I guess there's not like Crypt Chill or something, is there? Because then I would be pretty sad to just have use that out.
I think that it's mostly all the it's all the horrible things that we love and have come to know, with the exception.
Even it's probably Vice and Villainy. That's probably what'll happen.
Weirdly enough, I don't see it in the encounter deck. So
yeah, so you take 3, I'll take 2.
thank you.
And then I guess I'll move to... I guess I'll play Lola and then move, maybe?
Sure.
Because then maybe I can use Lola or something.
Hey, there you go.
Okay, so we got a Haunted over here. I guess I'm not going to Lola one of these clues, but I could next turn if I really want to. And that's it for me.
Okay. I will beat cop and automatic. And then I will move up to you. And I can actually on the hunt here and get an enemy out of the deck and murder something and then get more bucks back, which seems nice for me. So that's that. We're going to bind the upkeep button, and then we can... there's nothing like saying that we couldn't go there or anything, right? No, okay. Cool. So enemy phase, there are no enemies, and then upkeep. I got another week out. Well, that's kind of...
devil money.
Word. Alright, so... I would put a doom on the agenda. We are currently at 3 out of 8. Oh, I guess I should say, you're at a crossroads. Reflect on your choices you have made. You shall be confronted with a terrible dilemma. We're at 3 out of 8, and the foggy shores of the Unvisited Isle are barren and unwelcoming. Not a soul greets you as you draw closer to the island, save for the judging gaze of ghostly birds that observe you from the trees. In the distance, the pillar of spectral energy is rising into the clouds, a vortex of otherworldly mist spiraling around, and we need 6 clues to advance. So I'm probably just going to play the on the hunt here, unless you object to me getting a clue. And some bugs.
No, I mean I think getting an ally out is great. It's almost like I could just pick up both clues. I don't know. Let's see what you get.
All right, on the hunt. Look through the deck. Let's see. So the Shadow Hounds. That's interesting. That's 3 health. That's kind of annoying. There's a Whippoorwill. Oh, but I think on the hunt makes them engage with me, actually. Yeah, spawn it, engage with me. I guess it doesn't matter. After this engages me, I either resolve the haunted ability, which is you must either lose 1 action or lose 2 resources. Oh, I could grab this Nether Mist. It's a victory 1. It's really big and annoying, and I could just spawn it engaged on me, and then I can just kill it in 2 hits, which would be pretty nice. The downside of it is that it gains a gains haunted.
I could also evade it this turn for free if that would help.
I think we're gonna grab the Nether Mist. That way we can just get that big chunker out of the way. We don't have to worry about it.
I mean, okay. we will be immediately punished for this somehow. But all right, so I'll draw a card.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, kind of.
It's a small bird.
Okay, so Spectral Raven. Alert, Hunter, Retaliate. Oh, fun. All right, what's the haunted on this location? Lose an action or lose 2 resources. Well, I don't really want that to happen.
You have double money though, right?
Yeah, well, so here's what I could do. I could let him get +2 evade, and then just evade him for free by grabbing a clue with Lola, and then you kill the Nether Mist and get the other one.
Oh yeah, and that's just say the enemy. Yeah, and then it'll just be a 2/2/2 next turn, and I can just punch him or whatever.
That's kind of fine, right?
Yeah, that seems fine.
It's also okay. Yeah, let's do that then. So, I will not resolve a haunted whatever. Oh, also the Nether Mist would hit me too, right? Which I definitely don't want. So
yeah, if you investigated, yeah, and failed.
Well, no, I'm saying like if I resolved each haunted ability on my location from the Spectral Raven, then the Nether Mist would hit me.
Oh, you're right. Totally would.
It would hit you with the one. Instead, we will let it gain +2 and +2 until the end of the investigation phase, and then it's our turn.
Yeah.
So I will just immediately use Lola.
Use the bucks.
And grab one of these clues and trigger Trish to evade this Raven for free.
Nice.
That's before my turn, so we can still figure out who goes first.
Yeah, so somebody has to do this circle test because we cannot enter the other locations. It says if we sided with the Coven, which we did, you cannot enter this location unless the brazier on Forbidding Shore is unlit.
I feel pretty good about being able to do this test, so I could do that if you want.
Okay. Do you want to go first then, or?
Sure. And in fact, I think I'm even gonna play. I'm probably gonna play Faustian Bargain first because I think I can. I think I can be up really high and just like see if I draw curses, maybe.
Sure.
All right. So what I'll do is play Faustian Bargain. And this time I'm just gonna take all the money unless you have a serious need for it.
I'm just gonna crack the case and take all the money on this, if that's all right.
Okay. Yeah, this is fun. All right. So I Faustian Bargain. Click 1. Click 2. I'm gonna do this brazier test, and I'm going to test intellect 3. I have 5. I'm gonna do practice makes perfect, and I'm gonna get out. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm gonna get out this perception level 2.
Hey.
So with that, I'm going to be at 8 versus 3, but then I'm also going to spend $2 to go up to 11 versus 3.
Fancy new Streetwise.
Yeah. So, and let's see how we do.
Tablet
is -3, so I get an 8. So I pass by enough that.
Oh, sorry, that's on the easy side.
Okay. So I pass by enough that I draw 2 cards off of perception, and lone wolf and a cigarette case. And,
oh, nice.
So what happens? We light this brazier.
Sure do. So I'm gonna throw a resource on it.
All right. And we are now able to.
Oh, I think this should have had a thingy on it. So we unlight it actually, because the lodge is doing horrible things with them.
Yeah, that sounds right. So we can now move to other places, right?
Yes.
Are you gonna leave this location this turn, or are you gonna stay here?
I think I'm gonna kill this Raven after. I'm gonna shoot this thing twice, hopefully kill it, and then maybe kill this Spectral Raven. I'm foreseeing that some auto fail is probably gonna come up or something, so I might have to just stay here.
Okay, so in that case, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to move to. It doesn't really matter which of these I move to, right? I'll move to the one to the right.
Haunted Spring.
All right.
Hey, that's perfect for you. That's the Trish place.
It's a pretty good place to Lola as well. So.
Yeah, that is actually. Cool.
Yep. All right. I'm done with my turn.
Great. So I will begin shooting. So I'm at 4, 5.
Bang bang.
So this is at a 3. This is at 4, 5, and then 6, 7 to 3. All right. Well, we'll try it. Curse. Skull. Great. Thanks, Devil Money. Well, that failed. Let's try again. Curse. -2. So we do succeed, actually. It's by 4. So we get rid of 3 curse tokens and 2 actions. Look at that. And that's 2 damage. And then last action, I'll shoot it again. And that's basically all my money. All my bullets. Tablet is a -4, so I don't fail because I'm up by 4. 4, 5, 6, 7 to 3. And we do it. So this thing is dead. This goes up to the victor display. This comes back to me. On the Hunt will trigger and give me $3. And then I will get the last clue off of Forbidden Shore. I don't see a reason to not play this Crack the Case, so I'll get even more money. And that marks the end of my turn. I guess I should be here to deal with this Raven next turn, right? I can just like punch this Raven or something.
Yeah.
I could even drop a shortcut and then move.
Yeah, I was almost thinking about that, but I mean, you're not going to always be able to trigger Roland, right?
That is true, yeah.
I mean, I guess we could have like left,
oh, you know what?
let it chase us and then find it later and hit it, but
I can totally just B-cop this Raven and then B-cop it again next turn.
Yeah,
have we talked about how good B-cop level 2 is enough?
I mean, it is pretty great, but do you have a way to heal it? Because otherwise, that might be a kind of a.
Let me look.
Might not be the absolute best way to.
I don't, but I have another beak up in hand.
Yeah. All right. So are you all done?
I sure am.
All right. So enemy phase, nothing happens. Upkeep.
Upkeep. I'll take it. And we've got this Raven here.
I'll add a Doom, and then you can draw an encounter card.
Unstable energies. When you leave the task location, resolve each haunted ability on it. Okay, that's pretty fine. I don't care about losing 2 resources.
Oh, that's pretty good. Well, you just have to leave last click, and it's like nothing. Oh no, because then I guess you have to lose 2 resources.
Yeah, it says you must. So.
Yeah. Yep. Mists from beyond.
Oh, that's the annoying one. That will slowly creep towards the location with the most clues and make it more annoying.
That's a little bit annoying. I could counter espionage it, but I don't think that's worth it. Just +1 shroud is like not that terrible. Right?
Yeah, it's kind of annoying for Lola because you're planning on using her probably at 2 resources. But...
Well, yeah, and unfortunately, I didn't even have a window to like do it while resolving this. But
yeah, that's true. Well, anyway.
I mean, honestly, it really just sucks to even have. It really just sucks to not have an enemy here because it's like that makes Lola worse.
I could change that for you in a second. I could just drop a shortcut and go here. I don't know how relevant the shortcut will be on this location, but you know.
Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, because we can always just kind of spam investigate on it, and that's fine too. So, why are there only 3 clues here? Shouldn't there be? Oh.
Surprise.
So I guess what I'll probably do is like I will maybe like play a lone wolf, play a cigarette case, investigate once. Is maybe what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Do you? I mean, I can scoot over there so you get 2 clues instead.
I don't know. Is that a good use of a shortcut? I'm honestly not sure.
I don't remember what this map looks like, so.
I think you should hang on to it. I think we'll find a better way to use that.
Okay, so then I'll just punch this bird and do other things.
Yeah, or if you did want to use it, you could just go to the other location and then get a clue off of it or something. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Why don't I'm just gonna go. So what I'm gonna do is play Lone Wolf.
Lone Wolf value.
Play a cigarette case. And then investigate. I guess I could use Lola too if I really want to, but. So I'll investigate, and I've got a 5. I'm going to commit this perception to go up to 8.
8 to 3.
3.
It's only 1 curse in the bag now. Hey!
Well, that's no good. Alright, and it's haunted, so I must either... I'm going to take 1 damage, and that's it.
That's kind of annoying.
Yep.
How are you feeling about a shortcut now? do you care, or should I just punch this bird and like go other places?
I don't really care either way. If you want to do it, go ahead. I still think it's not the best use of shortcut, but it's up to you. I mean, I guess it does get us 2 clues, so it also means
potentially 3. I get 1, and then you could trigger Lola right now and get 2 clues, right?
Well, kind of, but I mean, I could trigger Lola to get 1 clue anyway, so it's like it's adding 2 clues.
Right. Well, I'll just punch this bird then.
No, I mean, if you want to do it, then do it because it probably means I won't get Lone Wolf money next turn, but whatever, it's fine.
All right, we'll drop the shortcut here.
As soon as you get here, I will use Lola and spend 3 and get 2 of these clues.
Okay, I'll scoot off of here. Unstable energies will trigger, so I will lose $2. Sad face. The thing's here. You're here. So, yeah, the enemy will allow Trish to grab 2 clues, and then I'll just punch this bird. It does have retaliate, which is kind of annoying. But I'm up by 4. That's 4. Yeah, 5, 6. Wait, why did I think I was up by 4? 4, 5. I don't know why I thought I was up by 4. Well, all right. I get hit for 1 and 1. I'll put the 1 horror on B Cop, and then I'll hit this. How many -4s are there, by the way? So these are actually -4s. There's tablets here. And these are -3s. Okay. So we've got 5 tokens in the bag that aren't doing it. So I punched once, failed. Second action. I'm just going to decop it. Goodbye. And then we're going to draw a card. And I'll draw another card. Great. And that's Roland turn. So enemy phase, there are no enemies. Upkeep. That's kind of nice. End of the round, unstable energies goes away. That shortcut comes back up. Oh, you got your shadow agents? That's really annoying.
Yeah, it's not awesome. Whatever. I mean, it's gonna come sooner or later, right?
Yeah.
I guess if I had. Oh yeah, no, I forgot. You can't even. It's just annoying because it's like the enemy that doesn't even let you do Trish stuff.
I could shoot it, and then kill it with BCOP, and then play another BCOP.
I think I can evade it with this survey the area, but you know.
That'll give me a clue though.
I mean, well, let's see if you get a monster or something.
Yeah, that's true. So Mythos phase, we get a Doom, and Eager for Death. Test 2 will increase the skill test for each damage on you. That's annoying. So I'm at actually 4 will because of the tarot that we have.
Oh yeah.
Don't really want to take 2 horror though, so I think I'm gonna commit this courage. And we'll be up by 6 to 3. -3. Got it.
Nice. Just barely. Miss from beyond. I mean, it's definitely annoying to have 2 of these that are going to move at the same time.
Yeah.
I guess we can probably split them up at some point if we get a little bit lucky. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Move
there. It's definitely not great, but it's just not a lot we can really do about it.
Yeah, we can like auto get one of these clues at least, right? Like I can just murder your thing this turn.
Yeah, I mean that only gets us 1. It's like how do we? The thing is, if I find lockpicks, we get the other one. Man, I definitely would have drawn 3 cards last turn if I didn't draw that tentacles.
Oh, if you don't care, then I can just scene of the crime this place, and then if you want to deal with that guy on your turn, I can just head over to the other place. Does that sound alright?
That's pretty good, and I like that because then I would start. I would get Lone Wolf money.
Yeah.
So.
All right,
Yeah,
let's do that. So I'll do scene of the crime.
This is a crime scene now.
Oh yeah.
All right, so you got the clues.
Did
I don't suppose you got a crack, right? Because Strat 4.
I don't.
Good.
I thought you had one.
Fine.
No, never mind.
Not yet.
So that was sorry, not crack the case. I think I'm gonna move here. Did you want to use this shortcut or?
We could advance now, which I almost think maybe we should do because we're kind of.
Sure.
We might unlock more locations around here or something.
Let's do that. So I will get these 2 clues and then we will advance. Unless we think that horrible things are going to happen to us, but I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I think we might as well just do it. So we all spend all our clues. I guess that means I can't play a logical right away, but we're probably fine for now. So.
Yeah. All right.
So we spend 6 clues.
You venture deeper and deeper into the overgrown woods. A timid voice in the back of your mind, urging you to flee this place and never return. The dark mists become so dense you can hardly see anything. You shout for any of your companions, but there is no response. Just the sway of dying tree branches and wind and the thump of the thump of your heart pounding in your chest. We must choose one of the set-aside unvisited isle locations, put into play in front of him or her, and immediately move to that. Like, oh, that's right. now we're separated.
Yeah, we maybe should have waited for me to be able to do this brazier test first, but whatever. I can come back and do it.
If we sided with the coven, place. Okay, so they're lit, and then we shuffle the story cards beneath the reference card and deal 1 random. Okay. Okay. I don't know where the. Oh yeah, they're in here somewhere. Yeah. Okay. So we shuffle these. One of them is put in front of you. One of them is put in front of me. I move to this one. See you later. And then the brazier is lit on both of them, so we get one of these boys in there. That haunt's kind of annoying. Although that's actually not the worst brazier test for me. That one's pretty bad for you, though. And then we shuffle the... whatchamacallums? Beneath the stereo reference card. Okay, so that is... they're not under here for whatever reason. So I think that they're in here. Gabriella. I think it's this one, the back of it. Yeah. And then it's the back of Jerome. Okay. So we'll shuffle these, and then Trish will get... Oh, no, I will get one first. And then Trish will get the second one. Oops, that's the back of the agenda. Or the act, rather. Yeah, Circle Undone is the first... I feel like it's the first campaign that... one of them was like... All of the acts are bad that you when you advance them. I forgot about that. So, let's see. Check the missing persons log. If Gabriella disappeared in the mist and you're on it, Gabriella's trail. So let's check this real quick. Gabriella's claimed by specters. So that's not the case. She's not alive. She's claimed by specters. Flip this card to its enemy side and spawn it at your location. If you're on Gabriella's trail, it spawns exhausted and unengaged. Otherwise, it spawns engaged with you. Okay, we are on Gabriella's trail, so there's at least that. Boy, she is really hard to deal with. So she is exhausted. We're going to throw it down here on my location. And for Jerome, if Jerome disappeared in the mist and you're on Jerome's trail, I think we got the exact opposite things. Yeah, he's pulled in the spectral realm. If he was claimed by specters. Okay, so he wasn't claimed by specters. So actually, you find a scrap of paper on Jerome's pocket, notebook on the ground. It simply reads, help. So it was not claimed by specters. Let me just reread that to make sure. Yeah, okay. So we don't get the Jerome enemy, which is nice. And that's it. And then Act 2A, Fated Souls. The trap set by the Silver Twilight Lodge has drawn the attention of the spectral realm and its inhabitants. One way or the other, those who were trapped in the mist will end up here. Each investigator cannot leave the location in front of him or her, and we have 4 clues to advance. I don't know if I'm going to be able to deal with this lady anytime soon. She is alert. That's annoying, but she... Man, so I'd be at 5, 6, 7 against 5. And that's really bad for the tablet because if you fail, she hits you.
You do have your overpower. And you've got a beat cop that you can do 1 damage.
So, quick question. Can I use this beat cop to kill it? Like, can I kill this beat cop to do damage and then, like, shoot it? Or shoot it first, use the beat cop to do the damage, play the other beat cop, and then kill her?
Yes.
Okay. That's not terrible, then.
Yeah, that's fine. And so you still have 2 actions.
Yeah, so I shoot her, ping beat cop, and then play another one.
Yeah.
That's the line, right?
I think so.
All right, so we will shoot...
Because she's exhausted, she doesn't do the horror thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's great. So I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tablet would be -4, so if I didn't play it, it would have hit me, right? It would have hit me, but it didn't because I didn't fail. So the last bullet goes into her face, and then B Cop will bite the dust in a very spectacular way, and then last action I'll play the last beat cop, and I will exhaust him to do the last damage to Gabriella.
Nice.
Have we mentioned how good beat cop level 2 is?
Pretty good.
All right, so that's victory 0, which is dumb, but it is.
Yep.
And I get a clue.
All right, I get $1 from Lone Wolf. I attempt to evade this thing, and I commit survey the area. So I've got a 5 plus a 5 is a 10 versus a 5. Succeed.
Great.
By 2.
Hey. Value.
This goes away. All right, so I got 2 actions left. I guess I'm probably just gonna vanilla investigate here because it's fairly low shroud and
seems decent.
I don't really have enough money to start doing Lola stuff, so I'm going to.
Thanks, Captain. Captain reminded me to draw from overpower.
Fail. I'm going to choose to spawn a whippoorwill here.
What? How'd you fail?
I drew tentacles.
Nice.
Again. But it's sort of okay almost. Like it's not totally great, but I guess the problem is like now I'm only going to be up by 2, but it also means that Lola just got a lot better here.
Mm-hmm.
So I think probably what I will do is I think I'll just Lola for 2 clues, and then next turn I can Lola again for the other 2 clues.
Yeah.
So yep, let's do that. Where did those clues go?
They just flung to the edge of the table for like little to no reason.
Really all right.
Just like in real life.
Yep. So that was, but I only actually okay. I still have an action left.
Yeah.
I guess since my weakness is already out of the way, I'm gonna draw a card. All right, I'm done.
Welcome, Lolo number 2. So the Whippoorwill doesn't do anything, right? Yeah, no, it doesn't.
That is correct.
Except looks very juicy for B-Cub. Enemy phase, upkeep. Cool. Well, I kind of need to dig for a gun and also money, but I have this B-Cub, which helps alleviate some things.
Yeah.
So Doom, 6 out of 8, and encounter cards. Oh, Brazier Enchantment. This is new.
That's some art.
That's some dope art, yeah. Wow. Mark Chef, good job. Put it into play next to the agenda deck. Increase the difficulty of each skill test during circle action locations by 2. And this itself is a circle action. Test your lowest skill plus your next lowest skill 6. If you succeed, discard Brazier Enchantment. If you fail, resolve each ability on location. Well,
that's really annoying.
It is pretty annoying, actually.
But I guess it's notable that it doesn't affect itself, right?
Each during on locations. You're right. Yeah.
But like
both of us are at a 5 skills, for it.
I'm at a 4, aren't
I? Well, you have the Terra.
For me, it's okay.
The Terra gives you +1.
Well, assuming I don't draw something that's a will test right now, but
yeah.
I guess yeah, you could play your tooth maybe.
I have to click for 2 credits and then play it, and then next turn I deal with it. But
I guess I could commit this logical or counter espionage or something. But anyway, let me draw a card and see what happens. Need my mouse to stop.
You're right there, Dad.
It's not great. See, the mouse is all screwed up. All right.
Oh, did I add a Doom? I think we did.
I think you did. All right. So encounter card. Whispers in the Dark.
Ooh.
That's kind of fine.
Yeah, you're not planning on doing any tests, right?
Yeah. So I'm thinking like, I don't think we're in a huge hurry to get rid of that thing, right? Like we can kind of just get rid of it whenever we feel like it. Like you can wait until you get your tooth down, maybe.
Yeah, I think best thing is free to get some clues, right?
Yeah, I think I should Lola these clues and then we can advance it immediately.
Yeah, don't forget your Lone Wolf though.
Well, I haven't even started my turn yet. This is like
this is how good Lola is.
Lola's pretty good.
She sure is.
I'm gonna spend. Can I actually keep 1 for logical and you spend your clue? Or
sure. Yeah, I don't have a logical in my hand, so go. Yeah.
All right, so I spent 3. You spent
1.
Oh
yeah, no, that test is terrible for you because of that Whippoorwill. Actually, forgot about that.
Yeah, pretty bad. All right, so we advance. Spawn the Watcher, Miskatonic River.
God
Shuffle the horrible Watcher cards into the encounter deck along with the discard card.
Okay.
Return the location, blah blah blah, center, and then put Geist Trap into play.
I really hate this guy.
I'll move our locations up there. So this one is.
Alright, I'm gonna shuffle the garbage in that we don't like. Wait, this is the Watcher's Gaze. Okay, wait. Where's the shuffle the Watcher's Grasp and the Watcher's Gaze in the encounter deck along with the discard pile? Okay, along with the discard pile. Okay, well that's not that bad.
So are these so like all of these are connected to the Forbidden Shore and all of them are connected to the Geist Trap, right?
Were they already in here accidentally?
That's how it works, I
think. Yes, I believe so.
And they're all connected to each other.
Wait, we spawned the Geist Trap already?
Yep.
Damn. I I don't see the Watcher's grasp anywhere.
Like, I guess we're probably not going to get any more unvisited isles, right?
Why is the Watcher's grasp nowhere to be found? That's interesting. I'll keep that there for a second while I figure this out. If not, I can always just grab it from a different encounter set. It should be in here. There it is. Oh, it is under the Watcher. Well, we found it in the other encounters.
Can you let me copy paste stuff?
Oh yeah, sorry. Promotion. Yeah, great. So they are shuffled in. The Watcher is at this location. So this shortcut was basically in the... I guess it's not that terrible location to be in.
It's not totally awful. Also, were these things supposed to... So at the end of the round, if there were no clues, these should have moved somewhere.
Oh, well, there were no clues.
Yeah, I guess they had nowhere.
Like, this wasn't attached, so now they are, so they're probably gonna head over there.
Yeah. Yep, whatever. We have enough ways to cheese clues that it's probably fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love for this whippoorwill to make its way over to me and then almost punch it in the face and get up one of these clues. That'd be nice.
Yeah, we can probably make that happen, right? So.
Yeah. Okay. But so.
Anyway, yeah, and our goal now is to do all the braziers, right?
Yes.
Although, do we have the right version of this out?
Yeah, it's at version 1.
Okay. But I thought we were trying to unlight the braziers.
Beyond the Mist version 1. If each unvisited isle location in play is the brazier, oh wait, yeah.
I mean, I think we understand what's happening, right? It's like you have to do the test on each location.
Oh, I think we have to do version 4. I'm sorry. Version 4. Version 3, we don't want that one. 4, there it is. Okay. Okay, so nothing changed there. Still 2 clues. Nothing changed there. Still 2 clues. Okay, so we don't use this one. We use this one. Yes, we need to unlight them. Good catch. Great. So if each unvisited isle location is revealed, then the brazier is unlit advance. And then we can spend a clue during a circle action to reduce the difficulty of them by 1. And also, I'm pretty sure all of these unvisited isles have victory on them. So yeah.
Yep. So we have to do all these tests. So far we've done exactly one of them, which is this one, right?
out of 6.
But that's okay. Like, this one is pretty easy for me to do.
This one's not bad for me. I'm at 9 base.
You should be able to do that one. This one is pretty hard. I think you probably have to do this one. But there's a good chance that whatever this one is, I can do it. We've also got a bunch of clues to spend. I can get the puzzle box maybe to do one of them.
We only have 1 clue, but yeah.
Well, but we're gonna get more probably. So.
Yeah, as long as we like dodge the Spectral Watcher, you might consider saving the counter espionage for that stupid treachery that like makes him hunt you and murder you.
Yeah, definitely. I've got like a Mandex and an In the Shadows to evade the Watcher, so I think we're in okay shape there.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're doing fine. It is going to advance soon. We should get rid of Brazier enchantment when we can. So I think it's like when I think it's like when we're not on a space with a whippoorwill, we should try to do it.
But you know what's funny? If I actually get this tooth down,
Yeah, you should do
my
it.
lowest skill becomes. Oh, that's actually really good against this, because it gives me both a will. Oh no, I'm sorry. That would be a book, so I'd be at 6 to 6. Never mind. But it's better than what we have going for us.
But
for the rest of
but you would get to draw a card off of it too.
Right. But I have to play it, which means that I have to click for 2 credits and then play it this turn.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, again, we're not. I don't think we're gonna. Like, I'm gonna maybe try to do this one down here soon, but that one I can probably do even through the brazier. So.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna stay here and do that exact thing, and then if you can head off that island so that this whippoorwill can move over here and I can punch it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe you can tango with the Spectral Watcher, because he's just gonna move here. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna move down here, and I'm gonna move down here, work on doing the brazier test, and next turn I'll evade the Watcher. So,
okay. Even though that thing is there, the brazier enchantment.
Well, I'm maybe not gonna do it like this turn, but I'm gonna try to set up to do it. So,
okay.
So yeah, so I will probably let me just go. I'm gonna move down here, and I'm going to. Oh, I'll get my little funny. That's important.
Hey.
I also could just try to do the brazier test this turn to trigger cigarette case. Like, no.
So be at 9, and you're at.
No, because it's right now it's 11.
Yeah.
And I'm at 10 versus 11. I mean, I could
commit the In the Shadows.
I could commit a Lola. I'd like commit Lola and
a Mandex.
It's not worth it. I'm gonna draw cards. I'm gonna draw one card.
That's a good card.
And I'm gonna draw another card.
That's also a good card.
I'm gonna play this, I guess. Yeah. All right, that is it for me. What are you gonna do?
Click, play this.
All right. Enemy phase. The Watcher moves up here.
The Whippoorwill will be on me.
That moves over there. And then upkeep happens. Oh, crack the case.
Oh, Enchanted Blade. I also need that out. Pretty soon.
And then a Doom gets added. We're up to 7.
Out of 8.
End of the round. So this is going to go away.
Yep.
And these guys are going to move over to where you are.
Sure.
So the Shroud is high, which sets up a really great crack the case once we eventually do that.
Yep.
And then we can add a Doom. Oh, you did? And then we can draw count cards.
Well, there it is.
Better you than me, buddy. Eager for death. Well, I hate this.
Will 5 test. Take 2. So it's basically just take 2 horror. But you have logical, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to take the 2 horror, I think. Because it's, Will 5. Not going to pass that. 2 versus 5. Don't have money for counter espionage.
Whoa! Whoa! That's a +2?
Doesn't quite make it.
Oh, wait, no, you're at Will 3? You're at Will 3 because of the tarot.
Oh, yeah.
You did it!
Great. Doesn't really do anything for me, but I guess it saves me having to play a logical reason.
Sure does. 2 horror is 2 horror, my friend.
Sure. So I will. Yeah, I'm probably gonna like go down there and evade the Watcher. Do you think there's any chance that you can get rid of the Brazier enchantment this turn?
It depends if I can kill this Whippoorwill. So I was just gonna engage this Whippoorwill, punch it, and then try that. But I might fail to punch.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go first then?
Sure. Okay. The Whippoorwill's become engaged. I'm at 4 to 2. I guess I'll throw this daring in.
You could also just ping it if you want.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I can do that. I guess that makes sense, right?
I don't think we have a big thing to fight this game unless we want to kill the Watcher, and I feel good about just being able to evade the Watcher. I feel like we can just evade the Watcher.
So I know that on the last thing, you need to defeat the Watcher on the Geist Trap. Is like the thing. Well, but I have ammo. I can always use the last ping of Beat Cop to do that, so that's fine.
You'll find a vicious blow by then, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot I have those. So I'll just ping this thing. No actions required. Look, no actions. I will get this clue. Yeah. I'll get that clue, and then So now this brazier test is still the same. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I need to test this. So this is test your lowest skill and your next lowest skill 6. So luckily the tooth makes this a reasonable amount. So I guess, do I just test this 3 times? Like just I try real hard to get a 0? Like what are my odds?
That doesn't sound great.
That's
I think you maybe you have to draw cards to find something to commit.
All right, let's do that. Where's a gun? Which will help actually. Where's my weakness?
I was about to say maybe you play the gun.
I don't have enough money to play it.
Okay.
Place all your clues on your location. Take 1 horror and shuffle back into the deck. Oh, that's annoying.
And Dirge of Reason sucks.
It's really annoying because there goes 1 out of my clues. But and then I take a horror. I'll throw that on a B-cap. That's fine. So if I try it right now and I commit an automatic, I'd be at 7. So I need a -1. So there's 5 tokens in the bag that I'd be able to do.
It doesn't seem great.
Yeah, I kind of want to just click for a credit and then play this Shadow Blade next turn. That's a really nasty treachery.
You just have to find another like overpower or something, and you can. Well, no, because it's your lowest stats, so it's.
I just went to courage or something.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Look at my deck. Can I actually?
I mean, if I eventually get enough money, like, or if I find some cards, maybe I could do it. Like, I don't know. All right. So, do you still have actions, or are you done?
I'm just gonna get a money so that I can play this blade next turn.
All right. So, do I want to try to do this? Because I would have 10 versus 11. I could do streetwise to get up to 13 versus 11, and then I could also commit a Lola to be at +4. I think I'm.
We're a Mandex, but maybe you want to say that for evading.
I figured I would save the Mandex for the Watcher.
That's fair, yeah.
So yeah, all right, because there's like 1 -5 and there's like several -4s.
Yeah, there's 3 -4s and a -5.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this test, and I'm going to spend 2 on Streetwise.
Did you get your Lone Wolf?
Commit Lola, get Lone Wolf money. Did I not do upkeep? How am I broke?
Well, you had 2. I'm guessing you had 1 last turn, and then you got 1 on upkeep, maybe?
I'm showing that I have 1 money after Lone Wolf. Do you see me with more than that? Is it bugged?
I just see you with 1.
So, like, I'm wondering if I didn't do upkeep last turn.
I don't remember.
I think I did, because I think I already had the cracked case, so I'm going to do that.
So you should have $2 now? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. All right. No, because I already spent Lone Wolf, so yeah, no, that was right. We were good before.
You should just have 1. Okay.
I started my turn with 2. I went up to 3 with Lone Wolf. I spent 2, so I'm down to 1.
Yep.
So I committed Lola, so that puts me at 12. Lone Wolf or Streetwise puts me at 15, going against a 11. All right, and commit something else. I don't think I do.
That's bad.
Reveal another token. That's not great.
Into an auto fail, of course.
Yeah, I think I should have remembered that Skull worked like that. I mean, it didn't end up working because it was an auto fail anyway. But
yeah,
right,
yeah.
I guess all that happens is I wasted some money in a card. So I'm gonna move down here and then try to evade the Watcher.
Sure.
So I'm going to commit a Mandex. So that puts me at 7 versus 3. And I don't think I'm going to do anything else. If I had money, I would Streetwise, but I don't. Hooray, I passed by 2. I draw 2 cards. Alright, and that is... Oh, actually, I think I will use the shortcut.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To move here, actually.
It's really bad for both of us.
I really need lockpicks.
Till the end of the round.
Yeah, it's not great.
Do this. Okay.
Remember, we have the puzzle box eventually, so...
Yeah, that's true. And you're going to be drawing... You have your cigar case, so you're off to the races.
Hopefully.
Okay, so that's it.
So enemy phase, nothing happens. Upkeep. There's not anything special with the Watcher where like it sometimes
Really?
moves or wakes up or something, is there? No.
All right, there's a reason again.
You know what I really should have done? I should have spent a clue on the circle test on the place I was at.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you can do that.
Yeah, I forgot you could even do that.
I mean, it would have auto-filled anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, so we did upkeep.
Yep. Oh, it's not even on the agenda. It's next to the agenda deck. Oh, that's so annoying.
Man, dude, I gotta survey the area. I could probably pass this one with that. If we get rid of the brazier, maybe, or if I pick up a bunch of clues.
Pass which one? So. This one?
This one I can pass without it, but like, because it's gonna be like a 5-symbol card. So.
Oh, that's right. Those are good cards for this. Anyway, agenda advances. The mist obscures the moon, plunging the woods into darkness. A flock of birds suddenly scatter from the treetops. Shuffle the encounter, discard pile on the encounter deck. Well, okay, if you say so. Check the missing persons log. If at least one character was taken by the Watcher, read the following. Was anybody taken by the Watcher? No. That is so bad. Okay, well, that didn't happen. So I think we just go to the next one. Crossroads of Fate. As you continue through the woods, you notice the dark mist, which has permeated the island, is starting to drift away from the shoreline toward the center of the island, where the beacon of spectral energy rises to the sky. And there's 10 Doom Threshold. So we can get rid of these. And it's spooky cards. Okay. Psychopop song. Put into play in any investigator's area when you would take 1 or more damage, take 2 additional damage, and discard Psychopop song. I'll take that. And then I'll search. It's a whippoorwill. Hey, look at that. And it's your go.
Oof.
You can get 2 of these things?
Sure seems that way. If I had more money, I would counter-espionage it.
That's so bad.
Yeah. Well, not a lot we can do about it.
All right. Well.
Well, I think we have to get rid of. Man, yeah, these are terrible. I mean, it's really hard to get rid of them too.
I mean, I'm glad that you can do at least one pretty well. I can do this one not terribly, but it's like 13 now. We just need a lot of clues, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, the way to think about these is that each one, like, you have to spend an additional clue each time you do something.
Yeah.
So if I just, like, sit here and get a bunch of clues, problem is I kind of have to go evade the Watcher again. I might let it come hit me once. That might save, because that saves a lot of time. Yeah, what I'll probably do is this turn, I'll just, like, get a bunch of clues. And then next turn, evade the Watcher and see where it goes. I still think, like, if you can get rid of one of these somehow, that would be good. But if you can keep getting clues, that's also good. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I almost want to come to you. I almost want to move on to you, get a clue somehow if I can, and then like crack the case once you get the last one from killing it.
That would be really nice. Can you get a clue here?
I think
it's Shroud 6, and then you're also at -1 book.
So I mean, the thing is, I think, man, if I had lockpicks, I definitely could.
Lockpicks is really good.
I mean, I have a deduction, but that's hard to. No, you're right. I think if I had lockpicks, I could do it, but I don't. So, whatever. We're gonna keep drawing whippoorwills and stuff. You're gonna keep killing them and get like a clue every turn.
Yeah, they just shuffled in. So
yeah,
there's another one in there. There's 2 more birds.
I think I have one working a hunch, which if I found it, that would also be great.
Yeah, what are you at now? You're at 6, and then you got 6 to 6, and then you're at 5.
So what I'll do is I'm gonna get one clue where I'm at and probably like draw 2 cards, and then if I get really lucky and I draw like working a hunch or block picks or something, then maybe I'll move up onto you. So
sure.
All right, so I'm gonna investigate here with a deduction and a perception.
Okay. So you're at
8 again, 9 against 3. Which seems pretty good.
Wait, 9 against? Oh yeah, because you have the magnifying glass. Nice.
-3, so I pass by 3. So I'm gonna draw 2 cards and get 2 clues.
Hey, it's a puzzle box.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
There is that. I mean, I think like.
I appreciate your location. Okay. That's got to be for the one that's like completely the worst thing ever, right?
Yeah, like I think this one probably has to be for this one, maybe.
That one's good for me though. I'm at base 5 and base 4.
But it is difficulty 11.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's 15.
Also,
base.
keep in mind the tooth doesn't do anything because it's not on a treachery card.
Oh yeah. I just mean from the tarot.
Oh yeah, yep. I mean this one we can do without it.
Yeah, that one you can do pretty easily.
This one I think I can eventually do this one without it.
Okay.
So I think and you can do this one. So well okay I guess it's
we just need clues.
It's either the upper right or lower left is the one that we're gonna do it on. So I don't really have a strong preference. Oh, I got level 22.
Hey.
I guess what I'll do is I'll play the puzzle box, and I'll move on to you and.
Oh, we could spend clues during these to get rid of them.
It's true.
I forgot about that. Oh, they're fucking circle tests. So these skulls are really bad. Oh.
Yeah.
Man. Then there's only a limited number of clues. Like, it's not like these replenish, right? So, like, we can only spend so many clues to help us.
Yeah. Man, I really wish I had lockpicks. Maybe I draw a card? That can't be right.
What click is this? You said 1, right?
I've spent 1.
Do you want to just get...
You don't have like a scene or something, right? Or, like you don't...
Not in my hand, but there's one in my deck still.
I'm gonna draw 1 card and then I'm probably gonna move on to you because if I find a working a hunch, that would just be okay. What's
all right.
Well, it's probably I could shortcut up there and play it this turn, but I can't do both. What I'll do is I'll just move up to you and then next turn I think we can finish that place off.
Okay. Keep in mind the Watcher's I think gonna move to us and hit one of us.
Yeah, but that's okay because we're gonna have him.
Hit you. I guess Lola can soak.
I think it's okay because I think probably what we do is like I don't know. We'll figure it out next turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna play a blade so I can be ready for shit. Oh, maybe should I draw first? I think. I'm really tempted to just kill this Whippoorwill with this blade because I want to heal a horror and draw a card. So I might actually do that.
Seems fine.
All right, we'll play this blade. We'll engage this Whippoorwill. Oh yeah, and the Watcher will be here next turn, so you'll get your Trish bonus. So we have 4, 6 to 2. 0. Got it. Yeah, I'll spend a charge. Weirdly enough. Heal a horror, draw a card. Okay. And that's it, right? So enemy. Oh, if there are no clues on the attached location, move missed once towards the nearest. Okay. So enemy phase, the Watcher will move over to us. I guess the shortcut is up. And you said you'd take him, right? So you can evade.
So let's think for a second. So if he goes on me, then I can evade him, but.
Oh, I pick up a clue actually too.
Yeah, I guess like I evade him and then get 2 clues, and that's how it goes. Yeah, that seems fine. So yeah, let's put him on me.
Okay.
So I take 1 and 1, and I think I'll put it on Lola actually because I think we would have seen one of the cards that like snipes an ally by now.
I don't believe it's in the deck. I looked through with
Yeah.
the on the hunt thing. So
Yeah, it seems all right. So where is it?
upkeep.
Oh, there it is. You already put it there.
Where's the Pathfinder? Doom, 1 out of 10. Come on, there you go. And encounter cards. Evil Crow.
Throw something away.
What does this do? Choose and discard 1 card from your hand. That's not actually bad at all. I'm just gonna choose to resolve that. I think. Right? Yeah, I think so. Discard this Tooth of it. Well, yeah, because that doesn't help me with these stupid brazier enchantment tests. That way I can just murder it pretty easily.
Yeah.
Cool. Whispers in the dark. Yeah. Glad you got that.
Fine. So yeah, so my plan is evade the Watcher, lockpicks to get 2 clues, crack the case, and then probably move back to here or here, probably.
Okay.
I guess I have to play lockpick, so I probably won't move this turn.
I can also kill this Raven and leave. If that helps somehow. Because you'll get Lone Wolf money.
I mean, I do like Lone Wolf money, but I don't know how much
I also kind of want some money from the crack the case, if that's okay.
Well, I need money real bad. I don't know. Do you also need? You kind of do.
I'm almost. I kind of want to play this other gun. I don't need much, but like 1 or 2. If that's okay.
Yeah, I guess that's fine. All right. Well, in that case, I will go. I will evade this guy. So I got a 5 versus 3. Commit in the shadows to make it a 9 versus 3. And
got him.
Succeed.
By 2.
So he goes up there. And then I will play lockpicks.
Oh my god, lockpicks.
I don't know, man. I think I might have to keep most of this money.
It's really good.
And then last click, I will use lockpicks. So I've got 10, 11
to 6
versus 6. Don't commit anything.
Got it.
Okay, passed by a lot. So I will get 2 of these clues. And I crack the case. So do you want like 1?
Yeah, is 1 alright?
Yeah, it's fine.
Great. Thank you.
And I could shortcut away, which seems worth it to me, I think. Because that way I don't have to try to evade the guy again immediately. I can like wait a turn. Actually, you know what? I probably kind of want to evade him though.
Do you want to shortcut me to here? And I can kill this bird and pick up a clue?
No.
Okay.
I mean that I don't know, that doesn't seem that important. I think I can get those clues pretty whenever. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna shortcut myself because this way I can like play hiking boots before I have to evade the big guy again.
Oh sure, yeah.
So
totally.
I will shortcut myself. I'll shortcut myself here because then I can maybe do this next turn.
Okay. And then yeah, and then your hiking boots will actually bring you even closer to that. So cool. I will. Oh yeah, I take 2 more damage, right? Yeah. Okay. Fight. And I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7 to 2. That is a -3. So I will spend a charge, I guess, to murder this bird. Murder this murd. Draw a card from that. Oh, okay. Well, it's not terrible. Don't get anything for it, unfortunately. Let's see. I could. Let me think about this.
I guess, see, I guess the problem is that the 2 miss are both going to move down here. I mean, I can still lockpicks. It's still fine. It's still fine.
I can reduce the amount of one of these circle tests by 2, so it'd be 4, and I'd be at 6, and then I could commit 1 symbol and be at 7 to 4.
So here's the thing, though. We have to do a total of 3 circle tests to win at this point if we don't get rid of the enchantments. So I'm wondering, like, is it actually worth it to, like, if spending 1 clue gets rid of one of those, then it's kind of like we spent 1 clue to save 3. But if it takes like more than that, then it kind of becomes.
Well, we need every single one of these locations to be unlit, and then we need to go in here and do that.
But one of them we're gonna puzzle box, right?
So we have 4 locations we need to do.
Well, no, because we. Oh, does the Geist Trap also have one?
Yes, that's a. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Geist Trap is 20, and then you count up all your skills for it.
Yeah. All right. I guess it probably makes.
Which might be the survey the area save, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I have another survey the area coming, and but I get no, I don't. That's the only other.
It's Calvin's wet dream for a test, basically, because if he's at 6 with everything, he just has a billion. But yeah.
Gross.
Gross. So I should move, right? So I should not hear when the special watcher jumps on.
Yeah, I think you should move.
I guess I'll just go here because there's clues here. And then I kind of have everything that I want right now, so I'll just get $1 so it's easier for me to play this blade and recover after.
All right.
And that's it.
Okay. Enemy phase, nothing happens. Upkeep. There's the working hunch.
Code Inquiring Mind. Oh. That will help. Quite a bit.
Yep. You're also at exactly the right place to use it, so...
Yeah, well, no, I mean for one of these brazier enchantment things.
Right, but I'm saying that's the only place on the map where you could...
yeah, totally.
Although the Geist Trap might have clues on it too, I'm not sure.
It will, yes.
Yeah.
So this goes away.
When do we get to enter the Geist Trap? Is it once we... Oh, it's once we clear off these 4...
Yes.
braziers?
Once all of those braziers are gone, then we can do it.
Got it. All right, so that was the end of the round. So did you add a doom?
Yep. And then horrible things. Oh, that's actually fine.
Oh.
I have an empty gun, so.
That's kind of scary.
If I fail by 5, then at least X. So what if I don't have... I guess I'm confused.
What are you looking for?
So if I fail by 5 and I only have things that are like, I don't have anything that costs 1, but I discard something that costs 4, what do I do with the extra 1?
I think you have to discard until you're at 5 or higher.
That's really annoying.
Yeah.
I guess I just throw my Pathfinder in that case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or an extra gun maybe.
But I didn't fail by 5. I failed by 2.
Nice.
Which means that because I have an extra 1 from this.
Pending evils.
If you cards from my player area and or hand with a total percentage of at least 1. Okay. Of at least 2. So I need to discard this then.
I'm gonna take 1
which is kind of annoying actually.
Just so I don't have to draw another encounter card because I don't want it to search.
Yeah, that's probably makes sense.
I think in general it's right to just put that by the encounter deck.
Yeah, but this dude has those really annoying things in there right now, and one of them is a Will 5 test. It's like, what?
That's the thing. I really don't want to draw the Watcher's Grasp.
Yeah.
So, so what I'm probably planning to do is play. I wanted to play Hiking Boots, try to do this test, then move on to the Watcher and evade it. But that is 1 more click than I have.
So I can do one of these braziers things. I think I'd be up by 4 if I pitch an Inquiring Mind and a Pathfinder.
I think you should do that then. Are you going to spend a clue as well?
Oh yeah, then I'd be up. Then I would only need to spend an Inquiring Mind, and I'd be at 6, and then it'd be at 4. No.
Can you even if you don't pick up more clues, can you eventually do this one without? Can you eventually do this one without having any clues?
Oh, that's right. I'd be at
this one we're earmarking for you to do. I think I can do the other 3.
11. But that's at 13 right now. Jesus.
Well, assume you can get rid of one of these.
I'd be at it'd be 11, and I'd be at a 8 with beat cop, and I guess if I draw my tarot at some point, I'd be at 9. But like,
Okay, so you probably.
these two are like weirdly really bad, I think.
So what? Well, here's kind of what I'm getting. I think we want you to pick up these clues if possible, because
Okay.
otherwise I have like all the clues, and I think it's maybe good if you have like 3 clues or something.
Does the person conducting the circle action need to spend the clues? Can't anybody? Just says during a circle action, spend a clue, reduce. It's like I think it's universal, so I think it matters.
Okay. All right, so it doesn't matter who picks up the clues. That's fine.
I guess it matters for me to have a clue for in the case of exactly logical reasoning, which I have 1 in my deck.
All right, so what I'm gonna.
Oh, but I also draw a card from Tooth of Edsley, actually, so I might do that.
I guess what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably just gonna let the Watcher hit me again, as annoying as that is.
Yeah, I had to discard my dodge, unfortunately, but yeah. So maybe I will pitch the Inquiring Mind, and then I'll spend a clue. So it'll be a 4 test, and I'd be at 9 to 4.
So that's like, even if you draw like a skull and a -2, you pass, which is not bad. It's not great.
The skull's really annoying, but like I don't know if there's anything. I mean, I could pitch a gun or a Pathfinder too, and I'd be at +4.
Like I think ideally you want to be at +7 if you possibly can be, but that's obviously hard, right? I mean, how about if I spend
6, 7, 8, 9, 10? I could be at 10 to 4.
What if I give you a clue? Can you be at 9 to 4 without any clues, or and then I'll spend a clue and put you at 11 versus 4?
Well, no, the 4 is including the clue that I have.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, it doesn't do you really very much good to be up by 8. It's really good to be up by 7. So, can you try to be up by exactly 7, including one of my clues?
So up by 7. If I spend a clue, it's at 4, and I'm at 6. And if I spend an Inquiring Mind, I'm at 9 to 4. If we spend 2 clues on it, I'm at 6 to 2. And then if I spend the Inquiring Mind on that, I'm at 9 to 2. Is that what we want?
So, yep. So commit that, and let's each spend a clue.
Okay. So I'll spend a clue, you spend a clue. It's 9 to 2. And yeah. Oh yeah, that's on this thing, right? Yeah. So this is my first action. Hey, look at that. Elder Sign. So I get rid of one of these things.
Yep.
And then I draw a card because of Tooth.
You do.
I got a scene of the crime.
Cool.
And then I realized what this means for a beat cup. So let's see. Do I need to do anything else? So now circle tests are easier. A little bit. And I was just going to play a blade and then maybe draw another card. Maybe in the opposite order. Does that seem right?
Either way, you're probably going to try Dirge of Reason. And
drew a Forewarned. That would have been nice to have a clue on.
Yeah, I guess that's maybe why I should have spent more.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Well, you can hopefully pick up these two some way.
If you let the Watcher come here and you don't get both of these clues this turn.
Problem is, like,
I guess if I draw an enemy, no. That's the only way.
If the Watcher goes on to you, unless you want to kill it, I think I have to come like taunt it off you and invade it, which seems bad.
Yeah.
So, all right. So are you done, or are you still doing stuff?
I'm done. Drew a card and then I played the blade.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to do this brazier test, which is now an 11. I have a I'm gonna play hiking boots.
Oh yeah. Did you get Lone Wolf?
Now I'm at Lone Wolf. So now I am at 11 versus 11. Excuse me.
Nice.
I guess I'll save the survey of the area. I'm probably not really going to need the working a hunch because we think you're going to get these clues, and I don't really want to commit that, but maybe I will.
Did I spend money for this? I don't think I did.
So I will streetwise to be up by 3.
Mm-hmm. So you're at plus 4.
Spend a clue to be no. I think
plus
I'm
3,
up by. I think I'm up by 5 now, and then I'll do working a hunch, I guess, to be up by 7.
Okay, good job.
Passed by lots. So draw a card. Oh, Proximus broke. That's pretty
unlike.
All right, and
good job.
I could now move to the Watcher and evade it, and then I have to do the same thing next turn, or I could move somewhere else and let it move and hit me, which also seems bad. Maybe I guess what I could do is I could just play the puzzle box and it's basically like, do I want to? Oh, I guess I can't evade it this turn anyway because I don't have enough action. So I'll just wait here. I will play the puzzle box.
Okay.
All right, and that is it for me. So enemy phase, it's gonna move, and I guess we're gonna have it move on to me and hit me.
Okay. It could move on to me and I can see another crime, but...
let's just see if you draw something. It's probably alright.
Okay.
Alright, and then upkeep happens.
Alright, well there's another stat. Doom, we are at 3 out of 10.
Alright.
It's a bird. Look at that.
Right.
What does it do? Till the end of the round, increase the difficulty of each skill test during a circle action by 2. So are you going to be doing a circle action this turn? Is my question to you.
I could. I guess I don't have to.
I mean, either way, I'm just asking you. Like, if you want to do one, then go for it, and I'll just deal with a 2+2 fight and then play a daring or something.
So I mean, I guess ideally, what I would probably do is I think what I would do is I would evade this guy, move up to the unvisited isle, and use the puzzle box to beat it. So in that case, I would not be doing a circle action this turn, so I don't think I care.
Okay. Then I will increase the circle test difficulty by 2.
Okay.
With the haunted ability on this. Is there a haunted thing in play? No, okay. Okay. Let's do that.
Oh, actually, sorry. Can you actually, if you can kill it even with the extra fight, can you do that instead? Because what would be better is
I'll just commit a daring.
Yeah. Okay.
Should work.
Okay. Yeah, that's better.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 4. Yeah, that should be good.
Because I think it's better for me to do this one soon, use up the survey the area, and then cycle my deck, and then I'll have other stuff in my deck to do the ice trap.
That works. So. Yeah, that works. Yeah. Okay, so then this will be at +2. Do you want me to go, right?
Well, I should draw an encounter card.
Oh, okay.
Mark for death.
For each horror on you. So
I definitely don't want to fail this.
So it's 4? Oh, wow. Jeez.
Well, I mean, I've got 6.
6 to 4? I guess you could spend money.
I'm probably going to streetwise. Yeah, alright. So let's spend some money on streetwise. And we're up by... Yeah, we're up by 5. And we pass. Alright. Good job.
Hey. Did you pass by 2?
Nope.
Okay. So do you want me to murder this guy first? And get these clues?
Sure. Yeah, why don't you go?
Alright. Well, scene. There's also always a chance I drop these 2 clues somewhere. Unless I spend them.
Quite possible.
I'm thinking I might spend 1 and then keep 1 for a forewarned, but you know.
Well, no, if you draw your weakness, you automatically lose both of them.
Well, yeah.
So.
Which would also be annoying. But We got the 2 clues. Hooray. I will fight this bird. I'll be at 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll pitch a daring to be at 10. -4. We're good. So I'll spend a charge on this empty blade and kill it. And don't get a clue, but I do get to draw a card and heal a horror if I did have one. Okay, well, I have a Mysterious Domain. Oh, I can spawn a clue. Oh.
I don't know how good that. I mean,
it gives us -2 on it gives us +2 on a thing.
Wait until you're about to kill something and then spawn a clue right there and pick it up.
Yeah. So now these mists are just going to hang out there, right?
Yep.
Like, I think I want to move somewhere for my last action. That way, nothing horrible happens to these clues. If they get dumped here, they'd be at Shroud 5. Versus, like, if I move here, for example...
Is there a reason you drop them, or you just lose them?
You drop them on location.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
like...
I don't think it matters that much. It's whatever.
Are you going to be doing one of these tests right now, though? Because then I can go to that location and commit something to you.
I think I'm going to try to do either this one or this one. It's basically one of these... This one up here, the upper right one is going to get puzzle boxed. The 2 on the left, I'm going to do at least one of them, and I'm hoping you can do one of them. But if you can't, that's okay. So, yeah, I'm hoping.
I think I can do this one. Yeah, I think I can do that one. So I'll move up there.
Probably what I'm going to do is come here and do this one this turn.
Okay.
Using
I'll move up here then, and prepare to play my Ace of Swords. That way I can be at even better odds.
Okay. So, all right. So
like if I drop the clues here, it's kind of annoying, but you have ways to get them now. So.
Yeah. Oh man, that's bad. All right. Well, I get hit because of alerts, because of tentacles.
That's annoying.
And
God, you're at 2 health.
Okay. Well, that's really annoying. I think all I can really do then is I really wish I had a Pathfinder out. I'm going to move over here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. I'm just in a lot of danger of dying to an encounter card now, unfortunately.
Because of the oh yeah, you have no money now. Oh, because you had to spend to evade them. That's really annoying.
Yeah. Well, whatever. All right. So upkeep. There's the Pathfinder. Jesus.
Oh, I got a Vicious Blow level 2.
I'm gonna add a Doom, and then you do an encounter card.
Unavoidable demise. So this deals a ridiculous amount of damage right now.
We already
4 damage to me right now.
You can kind of take it though.
That's kind of disgusting. I mean, yeah.
If you pass, you draw a card.
That is true. So I'm at 3 to 2. It's really bad if I pass though, right?
Well, I don't know. It's
because if you get this, you can't even deny it or counter espionage it. But I don't have anything that I commit anyway. I think I want to save these symbols for things.
Yeah, I think you just see what happens.
Failure. Because I'm at 3 and then 2. Yeah, okay. So I take 2 damage, which translates into 4. So I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're at 4 health suddenly. Shadow Dougie.
Well, I probably evade this guy, do the puzzle box, and then...
I can have the Watcher move on to me. That's kind of fine.
Are you sure? You don't... Oh, you've got a dodge, maybe?
No.
Yeah, because the thing is, I don't want to move onto... If I move onto it and evade it, then I've only got 1 action. I really need a Pathfinder down. I just don't have money for it.
I'm just going to credit and then play an Ace of Swords.
Okay. Are you gonna kill it next turn? Is that your plan?
Yeah, I just got a huge Vicious Blow, so I was planning on just
That seems good. As long as you're able to kill it again when we're at the Geist Trap in a few turns.
That's true. I know of
'Cause
another Vicious Blow, so that's.
I mean, because
should be
I
okay.
could really use a turn off from evading it.
Yeah, that's fine.
What I'm getting at.
Yeah, I'll deal with it then. That's fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3
What
health.
I'll do then is I'm just gonna evade this dude, do the test, and then move probably.
Yeah. Hunter is really annoying on him.
Yep. Well. Okay. Do you want to go first or should I?
I guess I'll. I might as well go first. I feel like auto fail 3 times or something.
I should or.
Yeah, you should go first.
Okay. All right. So I will
Loan with money.
evade with a 6 versus say 1. I really wish I had $1 extra. Okay, he's evaded. I draw a card. And then I'm going to. So I think this is the test that we're puzzle boxing, right?
Yeah, that's really bad for both of us. I think.
Bad for both of us. All right, so I'm going to.
That's a 4. That's a 7.
Click to
maybe?
use the puzzle box here.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yep, unlight a brazier at your location.
But you don't have to exhaust it. It just limit once per game.
I'm just trying to remember that I.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure. I guess I'll exhaust it. I honestly might stay here and click for a credit.
Put a spooky thing on it.
Great. Yeah. Okay. I'll stay here and click for a credit.
You're gonna have to evade the Shadow Hunt again. Is that all right?
I know, but it's pretty easy and.
Oh, also, if you fail a test with the tablet, the spectral enemy at location will attack you. Which will deal damage to you.
That's sort of bad, but the thing is, I don't want to spend an action to move and then because I really want to play Pathfinder next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay here. All
right. Money, Ace of Swords.
Okay. Enemy phase.
So I'm at 4, 5, 6. Yep, and then I take 1 and 1.
That happens. Then the upkeep. This guy jumps onto me.
5, 6, 7, 8. 6 and then 3. So I'm at 9 exactly. Okay. Doom.
And then, yep, Doom. Did you do it? Okay. We don't have a whole lot of time left.
For each horror on you, so that's 3. Take 2 damage. I really don't want to deal with that. What is better to ward? Is there anything better to ward? Look at the.
I think the Watcher's Grasp is better to ward.
Yeah, I just don't want to take 2 damage right now.
It's kind of a good turn.
8 out of 9.
It's kind of a good turn to play Forewarned because you're going to defeat the Watcher and you could just pick up the clue again.
That's fair, yeah. Forewarned. Clue goes back here. Get rid of that.
That is going to surge. Not awesome.
So that's a...
Difficulty 8.
Oh my god. Take 2 horror. Ugh.
I failed by a lot, so I take 2 horror. Alright. Pretty scary. I might just need to like
logical.
Just collect or collect enough money that I can counter espionage, whatever would kill me.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, what my plan is evade this guy, play Pathfinder, and move like to. You're gonna do that one. I'll move to this one, I think. And then I'll hopefully like next turn I'll be able to. Wait a minute. Why did I use the brazier for this?
I think you should.
I definitely wasn't supposed to use the brazier for this one. I was supposed to use the brazier for this one.
I mean, would it change much to say that you're up here and you use it on this one instead?
I don't think it would change anything at all. Yeah, I think we should just say that because the thing is like this one I can get with the survey the area, but I had like no way to do this one. Yeah, let's just because that changes literally nothing. So.
I think so, yeah. Other than just like the fact that you're not down there, which is like all equidistant. It's all like the same thing.
So that's my plan is to because I definitely meant to do that and then I just forgot.
That's okay.
So yeah, my plan is evade the Shadow Hound, play Pathfinder and move down here, and then try to do this test.
Okay. My plan is to just hit this Watcher.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
Really hard. No.
You don't? Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Oh no, I thought it said, do you mind if I go first? It's like, no,
you can. Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
okay.
Go for it.
I will attack. So let's see. This will do ideally +2 damage, which would be 4 damage. So I want to hit it first just with a regular attack. So I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 3. Great. So it takes a damage, and then I will commit a vicious blow, and I'm at a lot more. -4, so I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. -4 is by 2, so I do 4 damage to it.
Cool.
And it is over here. Super evaded, and I heal a horror. I will, doesn't say instead, right? Instead of discarding it, but it does to get defeated. Okay. Get this clue again, draw a card.
Do you still feel good about being able to do that brazier test like next turn or something? If you spend some clues.
Oh yeah. This would be, I could do it this turn. I could do, let's see. So I'm at 9 right now.
We've got 5 clues total. I think we could definitely spend like 3 of them on it.
I could spend 2. That would be at 5, and I'd be at 9.
You wanna be at +7 if you possibly can be.
Are we really gonna spend 3 clues on this though?
I think we probably are, because the thing is I've got to survey the area for the other one. Like for this one, so well, I've got 7 base. If I spend 2 clues on this one, it's 7 against 4. It's 7 against 6. But then a survey the area is 6 symbols, so I'm kind of like up there just off of that.
Oh, I could commit this Mysteries Remain. I don't know if we want to do that, but that's 3 symbols.
Are you taking into account the brazier enchantment? When
no, I'm totally not.
But I guess what I'm getting at is like I think we have 5 clues.
Yeah.
I think I want 2 of them, so I think you could spend 3 of them. If that will get it for you.
So if it's been 3, so now this is at 11. 11 minus 6 would be 5.
So it's down to 5. Can you get to 12?
I'd be at 9, 10, 11. If I commit this Mysteries Remain, I would be. But we might want that to generate another clue, right?
No, I think you should commit the Mysteries Remain.
All right. We'll do it.
Yeah.
So that's it. And then we'll spend... should I spend all my clues? I think maybe you should spend 2. And then I'll spend 1.
No,
because I have a logical reasoning left in my deck.
I'm going to play a logical reasoning this turn, because my deck is about to cycle.
But you'll still be left with a clue though.
I mean, yeah, sure, but the thing is, like, I don't want you to draw your fucking weakness and have to drop your clues. Because what I'm saying is, if you have 1 clue and you draw Dirge of Reason, you drop it and you still shuffle it back in. So you might as well just have 0 clues. Right.
All right. That just means that I can't play logical reasoning for the rest of the game, which is fine for me, but I don't know.
No, you're okay on horror, and I'm gonna play 1 on myself. So I think I wouldn't worry about that.
Okay, so I'll spend 2. You spend 1. That's the last action. Skull into -2.
Hey,
we did it.
Nice job.
Unlit. Where am I? I'm right there. Become unlit.
Cool. All right. So I will evade this guy and succeed by 2. Do I want to draw a card off of this? I guess I do. And then I'm going to. So I think what I'm going to do this turn is I'm just going to move and play logical, and then next turn I'll do it. because I have to play logical or I'm going to lose Lolo when my deck shuffles, which is pretty bad. So the only remaining question is, do I move or do I play Pathfinder and move? And I think I just move because I'm probably only going to move one more time for the rest of the game.
You should definitely play Logical Reasoning right now.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. I'm going to.
Because there's that thing that makes you take 2 horror and increases the difficulty by 1,000,000.
I mean, also my deck is about to shuffle. So, yeah, so I evade it, move, do this, and yeah, next turn I'm pretty sure I can do that one. So.
Okay.
All right, and yeah, so enemy phase, I think nothing happens.
That thing gets a little bit up. Oh, I have to go kill that Shadowhound, don't
I? Eventually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a really good card right now. I definitely play this right now. So we're going to put another Doom on the agenda. I'm going to play an On the Hunt, and I'm going to look for something really easy to kill.
Is that... I don't know. There's definitely some encounter cards that are like, that don't do anything.
I don't want to take it. Well, I want to minimize the amount of this fucker drawn as much as possible. At least right now while he's still evaded. So,
yeah, that's fine.
Because if you get it, you're probably just going to ward it, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm going to grab, let's see, there's a Whippoorwill, there's 2 Whippoorwills, and the Shadowhound. I'm going to grab a Whippoorwill.
Probably not. Yeah, you're probably not going to find something much easier than a Whippoorwill. I mean, I guess you do have to taunt it, but...
No, I don't. On the Hunt forces it to be engaged on me.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yep.
Right. I get it. Oh, well.
Well, that's bad for me.
How... Okay.
It's another Whippoorwill. And it's
I was about to ask how scared are we of this, because I could have counter-espionaged it, but I definitely didn't want to.
You save that for you.
Yep.
You do not use that on me.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hopefully do this circle test, and then we're going to advance, and then I'm going to move to the Geist Trap, and then we're going to see what happens, is what I'm thinking, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I guess I could just shortcut me there with this Whippoorwill in tow.
Do you want to go first, or should I?
No, you should go first. If you're gonna reveal the Geist Trap, you should go...
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to do this test. So I have a base of 5 book and 2, so I have a base of 7. I'm going to commit to survey the area, which adds 6, so I'm at 13. But it's difficulty 12 because of the stupid card that sucks. So I'm up by 1. I'm going to spend 2 clues, and that's going to put me up by 5. And then I'm going to commit this...
if you commit the practice makes perfect, it commits for 2 symbols.
It's true, but I really want to have that right when my deck shuffles. I think.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Well, no, okay. Let's commit the intel report because I don't have any money to play it anyway. So that puts me up by 7. Okay. And then I'm also I'm going to commit the lockpicks and go up by 8
in case of Skull Undone -5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no curses left, right?
That's actually a really good question. I think there's one. I mean,
I'm gonna commit the crack the case as well.
Okay.
So I'm up by 9.
Okay. And you did it.
Pass. So I draw a card, cycle my deck, take a horror. So we unlight this, and I think do we immediately advance or just we can advance? Yep. So we advance.
After nearly an hour spent searching through the dense mist, you finally arrive at the site of the Lodge's ritual, only to find it in chaos. Members of the Silver Twilight Lodge, each wearing robes of blue and silver, are embroiled in battle with witches. The ritual is near completion. Carl Sanford yells to you from across the clearing. Bring the Revenant here and end this. Glaring at the man, you refuse. He looks surprised for a moment and growls. So you're on their side after all. How disappointing. He turns to his inner circle and commands. Kill them! Do not let them interfere. So reveal the dice trap, move each... Oh, we all move there immediately. Yep. Shuffle the set aside Silver Twilight encounter deck into the deck possible. Along with the discard pile. Okay. So that's... Wait, it's Silver Twilight Lodge. Counter set. Yeah. So these... And then... If Joseph is alive and well... No, he's very dead.
Yep.
and then this shuffles in.
Okay, so the bad news is you brought a whippoorwill with you.
No, that's great news.
Bad. Well, it's bad for doing the circle test here, and it's kind of bad for lockpicking here. But it's good because I can get both clues in one shot.
Oh, I was just gonna kill it and then get a clue.
Well, but I this way. Well, why don't I just lockpicks and get both? Because
okay. I mean, I was gonna kill it either way because I want money to play this other firearm.
But the only issue is, well, so if you get one, how do we get the other clue? I guess can we get the other one for defeating the Watcher, or do we like immediately win before we can activate that?
Well, let's see. The Broken Right. At the center of the clearing lies a spectral trap, a pillar of ghostly energy which swirls about a stone obelisk. Hundreds of phantasmal faces and a conglomeration of rotted limbs and flesh intertwine within, a resulting display of death and despair. Silver brazier stands in front of the pillar, its blue flame flickering in the wind. Fast action during a circle test, we can spend a clue to reduce the difficulty of the skill test by 2, and then if it's defeated at the Geist Trap while the brazier is unlit, advance. And then if the... Okay, so it gains Retaliate here, great. And then circle test 20 to complete the ritual or disrupt it. If you succeed, you may either light or... Okay, yeah, so we need to do every single one of our skills 20 to do the test.
I feel fairly good about being able to do the circle test here.
Okay.
We probably want to do it before we draw another copy of Brazier Enchantment, but whatever.
Yes.
So what I'm kind of thinking, but what I'm wondering is like, we also want to get these 2 clues for victory, right? So.
But also so you can spend them to make it easier.
So can we this turn have you get 1 for killing a whippoorwill, leave a clue on top, I do the circle test. And then once the Watcher moves in here next turn and we kill it, because assuming we can kill it next turn, can we then get the second clue and like finish the Wall of Victory?
Yeah, keep in mind this other whippoorwill is going to be here, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, worst comes to worst, like I really just want to draw the rest of these cards, right? Like I'm going to kill this thing, play my gun, and then draw a card, and that's 2 cards off of here. And hopefully I draw my other vicious blow.
See, what I'm worried about is it says Roland is after it's defeated. So I think we have to get both clues before you kill the Watcher.
Okay, so just grab them. Can you do that?
So yeah, yes. So what I'm gonna do is
you're at -2 because of the whippoorwill. Keep in mind.
Yeah, but I think I can. I mean, lockpicks. I'm still gonna be at like a 9 against 4 or something.
Yeah.
So I think I can get both clues. And then next turn, I'm going to be able to hopefully do the circle test.
Okay.
So
I can commit a couple symbols to you too.
So next turn you need to, and we have to. I think we have to do the brazier test first. So maybe can we set it up so that next turn you like ping the whippoorwill and then I do the brazier and then you kill the Watcher?
I would love to keep my bee cop alive.
Yeah, but like, is there any way you could compromise on that? Is what I'm asking. I think we want to try to win next turn if we possibly can.
Yeah, I have a couple of hits I can take, I guess, from the Watcher. Because like next turn, once he gets up, I can like shortcut out. No, I don't even want to move in with him. No, I can move over to him, shortcut him back in, and then like hit him twice, maybe. But then there's still the whippoorwill issue. So
I'm gonna lockpicks. So yeah. This is 11. This is 12 minus 2 is 10 versus 4. And I succeed by 2, but I already triggered it, so whatever. So I'll get. I mean, I could evade the whippoorwill for free. I don't think that matters. All right, so I got these, and is there any way I could just do the circle test this turn? So the problem is the whippoorwill gives me -4.
Well, if I ping really this with a bee cop.
But you don't want to lose the bee cop, is what you're afraid of.
I mean, no. But like, if you can just do it this turn.
What I was thinking is it's better if you stab this whippoorwill and save your bee cop for the whippoorwill that's going to move on to us next turn.
Okay.
Oh shit, we're going to have this jerk move on to us next turn too.
That's fucking right, yeah.
That's awful.
I think I kill this whippoorwill, move over there to the Shadowhound and murder it.
That seems good. As long as you can move back and still kill the Watcher next turn. Oh, the Watcher isn't even going to move because he's still evaded.
He's still evaded, yeah.
Oh, we just have to like hang out for a whole turn then. That's actually kind of scary.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, whatever. So I have 1 click left. I'm going to probably click for a resource.
Wait, so what are you at right now? You're at 3, 7. You're at 3 plus 5 plus 5. No, plus 6.
I'm not doing it with a whippoorwill here. Like that's just gonna be bad. So I'm gonna. Okay, I'm done. Your turn.
Okay. I will swipe at this whippoorwill. Great, it's dead. Don't think I want to use this charge. All the hunt goes away. I get dollars. I guess it's pretty okay that... What does this do? That's really annoying.
I think you do have to go kill the Shadow Hound, I think.
Yeah. I just want to play my gun and I can't do that. So shortcut over there. Shadowhound comes on to me. I will fight with Enchanted Blade. I'm at a lot, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got him once. And then there's the last curse. So I'm at 4, 5, 6, oh no, 8 to 2. So I do it, and I remove the last curse from the bag. So spend a charge, kill him, draw a card, and heal a horror, but there's no horror to be healed. And that's my turn. The overpower is actually pretty nice. Although I really want that second vicious blow. Yeah, there's still one in there. Okay. Yep, that's my turn. So, enemy phase. Oh, I guess we could have the whippoorwill move here to me now.
Yeah, that's probably better, right?
Yeah, if you're planning on doing the circle test this turn, then yeah.
Yep, that's good.
And then that, and then upkeep. There's the vicious blow. Okay.
That's pretty good. All right, so then Doom happens. We're at 7, and then you draw an encounter card.
Are there any perils that we need to talk about for a sec? Hold on. Oh no, we don't have the discount file. But good luck to me. All right, it's this thing. That's actually kind of okay. So I'm at 3, and then what does this do? Card from a player in her hand with the printer. Okay. 0 again, so it's 2. So do I discard anything? Because all of my assets are more than...
You have to get above... You have to discard at least 2 if you're able to, which you are. But that's okay, because you've got... Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
What's the haunted ability? Take a damage in a horror? Ooh.
I mean, that's not great right now, but I...
It's not the worst. You have a counter espionage for anything terrible, so...
Well, I'm not going to use it on this because I'm hoping we can win next turn, but we can't win this turn. So I'm going to try to save counter espionage for the last turn.
Yeah, and you're at 6 anyway, right?
Yeah, so I'm at 6 against 3. So I think what I'll do is, but I don't want to use Streetwise or the Streetwise.
6. Do you want to throw the Pathfinder in so you're up by 4?
Yeah, maybe that's correct. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's throw in the Pathfinder and be up by 4.
You got it.
Nice. All right. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna do the brazier. You're gonna kill the whippoorwill and then move to the trap.
I was planning on playing my gun and moving to the trap. I don't even have to move to the trap technically.
As long as you can ping the whippoorwill, like on command, which I guess you can.
With the B cup, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, seems good. Let me go first then. Okay, so let's do this. So the difficulty is 22.
Wait, do you want me to be there to commit something?
Well, let me do the math first, but I think I can get by without it. So okay. The difficulty is 22. My baseline is 12, 14, 15. So it's 15 against 22. I'm gonna practice makes perfect, number 1.
You're at 16 because of the Terra.
Oh yeah, okay. So 16 versus 22, and then I'm going to get out a survey the area, which is plus like 7. No, it's plus.
It's a lot more than that. It's like 11, right?
Yeah, it's like a that's an 11. Okay, so that already puts me at 27, and then I will additionally commit in the shadows to be at 31. So I'm up by 9.
Well, if you fail, what's your recourse?
I have another practice makes perfect, and I have money to spend on Streetwise.
Okay.
So all right. And
You got it.
We do it. All right. So
Become unlit.
that goes to hand. I succeeded by a lot, so I can draw a card. And it becomes unlit.
Hey.
Okay. So I've got 2 more actions, and all I really need to do right now is stay alive, because the plan is just next turn you're going to kill the Watcher, right?
Yes. I mean, there's a chance I can do it this turn.
Well, but we would need to get him here.
Yeah, if I move here, provoke an AOO, attack him with my blade, committing a vicious blow, succeed, deal 4 damage to him, be caught, finish him off.
Do you have good odds for that? Because that would be dope as hell. You can do that.
Let's see. So take an avatar doing it 7 damage and 4 health. And then I commit this and this overpower.
He didn't get like plus whatever because somebody was consumed or whatever, right?
No.
Okay, so he's just 3/5/3.
Mm-hmm. And I'd be at a, let's see, so I'd be at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Even if I got the -5, do that.
Do we don't have to like kill him twice or something because of his kind of like special text, right?
No, it just says if he's defeated at the guy's trap.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I can do it this turn. If I auto fail, then it's really, really bad.
Are you any better off if you autofill next turn instead? So, because my thing is, I can counter espionage whatever I draw off the encounter deck.
Oh, so I guess yeah, that's true. Actually, this purple doesn't matter anymore, right? So we can just wait. I can just move there, play my gun, and then be ready. I'll take an attack anyway, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have him hit you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we'll do that. We'll just do the same thing.
Okay.
I'll remove this from play, and I will play this. I will not draw a card because I don't want to draw my weakness again. I guess I wouldn't do much.
You have an action. Are you sure you didn't want to like Well, I guess you can't do much else really.
You'd have to engage.
I guess the nice thing about doing it this turn is that you don't have to deal with the Whippoorwill at all, which means you have your B-Cop up to fight him.
Yeah, but the Whippoorwill will only matter during the Mythos phase. If something terrible happens during the Mythos phase, like there's a test, I'll just ping the B-Cop in response and kill the Whippoorwill.
Yeah, I'm just saying that means you don't have your B-Cop bonus for fighting the Watcher, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not gonna kill my B-Cop right now. I think I'm gonna draw a card. What's my weakness?
Yeah.
Self-centered. No, I don't need to commit anything to you. So.
Yep.
There it is.
Yeah, it's pretty fine.
Take a horror. Okay.
All right. So enemy phase, both of these guys move on to the trap.
Yep.
He hits you.
Yep. 1/1.
And then we do upkeep. I got a shortcut in case that's helpful. So we add a Doom. We're at 8.
I've resolved that fucking weakness 4 times.
Yeah, it's a very, very bad weakness. And you draw an encounter card. I already added a Doom.
Mark for death. That might just unceremoniously murder my dude, but that's okay. Can you command any agility? Oh yeah, you don't need the survey, right?
Yeah,
that'd be really nice.
I mean, is it better if I? No, I want to save the counter espionage if possible. But
yeah, like whatever you get this turn, you basically counter espionage unless it's like not.
So this is 5 symbols. Is that enough for you?
Yeah. Oh, is that enough, Roland?
Well, no. I'm a serious question. Like Roland is not nimble, you know.
But yeah, but I have that too. So, oh yeah, this game retaliate. I'm definitely not drawing a card because I don't want to get my weakness.
I mean that is annoying, but I think at this point I don't really care about it.
Yeah,
so I will just. Instead of countering it, I will just test it with a 6 versus a 5.
Like a champ.
And I'll spend 2 on Streetwise. So I'll be at 9 versus 5. And
fail by 1.
Excess amount I fail by. I will.
Paradise Nice Trophy, maybe.
I'll get rid of the lockpicks because there's no clues left.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, I'll get rid of the lone wolf because who cares?
Okay.
Yeah, because we're probably winning unless things go really badly.
Yep.
So, right,
so I will hit this guy with the enchanted blade. I guess I just shoot him with the
You're just gonna ignore the roll. Is that the plan?
Yeah, because I'm up by so much that I don't think that matters. Yeah. So I'm up by 4, 5, 6 minus or 7 minus 1, so 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 2 is 10. Hello? Minus 5. Great. So that's still by 2 because of the overpower. So it takes 4 damage. And I draw a card. It's a logical reason. And spend the charge to do the 4 damage, and then I will beat Cop.
Okay. So Spectral Watcher is defeated at the gun. So we advance. Ooh, we got a big shiny art here. Woo.
Union! As the blue flame of the brazier is snuffed out, the energy around the circle disperses. The shadow wreath around the Watcher's form is released, and the creature's true form surrounds the central pillar. R4. That was intense. Let's see. So R4.
It was a little dicey at the end. Like I feel like that could have gone badly. And
you didn't have a lot of health left, honestly.
I was very killable if I just drew the wrong encounter card and screwed up on it.
Yeah. So we don't do anything weird here, right? For replace. Okay, wait, hold on. Resolution 4, it says, right? This says replace Resolution 4 from the original campaign guide with the following new version of Resolution 4. Ooh, all right. The additional resolutions below are added to the... Jesus, okay. There might be a lot of resolutions here, Dan. Sorry to say. Net approach is confronting the remnant's ethereal shell. Sister, we are the ones who have called you here from the great beyond. The shattered revenant turns its attention to Annette, and the rest of her coven watch in anticipation. What are you doing, you fool? This spirit is no mere witch. Carl Sanford yells out, but it's too late. Annette ignores Sanford, continuing to speak to the spectral presence. For years we have suffered injustice after injustice. Share with me your secret, sister. Together as one mind, body, and soul, we can begin as new. The ghost reaches out to her with a long skeletal arm. Annette's sisters gasp as the high priestess steps forward and kneels before the being offering herself. With a sudden rush of energy, the phantom soul is drawn inside Annette. She collapses to the ground, reeling from the spiritual impact. Her body writhes in torment, but none of the other witches step forward to help, instead watching with equal parts terror and fascination. Finally, Annette rises to her feet, her eyes aglow with mystical power. When she speaks, it is not her voice. Sisters, rejoice, for I am reborn, Keziah says. Colonel Sanford taps you with his cane. You were so transfixed by the events occurring in front of you that you hadn't noticed the lodge members slinking towards the edges of the clearing. One of the lodge's inner circle raises a revolver and attempts to fire, but the high priest simply glares at him, and his arm withers and rots before your eyes. I feel like this is all the same resolution. The skun clatters to the ground, and he makes one final croak before he is nothing but a decayed husk on the ground. We must leave this place at once, Sanford says stoically. This being possesses power over life and death itself. We will not suffer our presence any longer. Annette, no, Keziah turns her attention to you, and her eyes brighten. You look familiar, child. Come. Do not be afraid. You have nothing to fear from me. She grins wickedly. Her voice is like knives driving into your soul. But perhaps this is the chance you've been waiting for? Interesting. We can choose. Step forward and accept Keziah's offering. Skip to Resolution 9. You may only choose this offering if an investigator has the black book in their deck and Aaron and join the investigator. Okay, so we can't do that. Flee with the Sanford. Flee with Sanford and the lodge. Skip to Resolution 10. There are 10 resolutions. Resolution 10. You hate to admit it, but Sanford is right. You cannot play a part in this folly. But the moment such thoughts cross your mind, Keziah's expression turns to ice. So be it. She stretches out her hand. In terror, you flee with the rest of the lodge, hoping you're fast enough to escape the witch's magic. Your escape is a blur. Witches and spirits chase you relentlessly throughout the Forsaken Woods. You're barely able to make it back to the shore before they catch up to you. Other members of the lodge are perhaps not so fortunate. Having scattered in many directions, you're not sure how many of them escaped, and you don't see Carl Sanford anywhere. Still, you suspect he had a plan for this outcome. In your campaign log, record that Annette Mason is possessed by evil. Let's do that real quick. There's no more space. Very cool. I guess I'll put it here. Annette's possessed by evil. And then we'll go back here. Skip to resolution 8. You finally return to the banks of the Miskatonic River. You take stock of the situation. If an investigator's deck contains the puzzle deck, remove that from the deck. Check the missing persons campaign of the log. If Gabrielle is alive, okay, so you just can choose to include them, but none of them are alive. Jerome and Gabrielle are dead. And then we each get Victory X, which is 4. Oh, no, 5, because I took that Victory guy out at the beginning. Haha.
Oh.
Great job, me. Oh, no, 6. This is a Geist Trap. So we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then Gabrielle is nothing. Let's see, and then the next is Clutch of the Chaos. We did it.
Doing very well. I think, man, what's really frustrating is we're gonna like almost have this campaign done before the holidays, but not quite.
That's right. So we're gonna be missing the 23rd. Is that right, or the 24th?
I mean, I think the issue is we're probably going to miss 2 weeks from now. Because I've got stuff going on, and then the week after that is the 24th, and then the week after that is New Year's Eve. So I think what we might do, we don't have to figure this out right now, we'll figure it out later, but I wonder if maybe we can just like do like a marathon and finish 2 scenarios next Friday, or like do 1 next Friday and 1 next Saturday or something. So we can figure it out.
We can toss it up. We'll let everybody know.
Because otherwise we're gonna have to wait like 4 weeks and finish it in like the beginning of January. So we'll see.
Yeah, cool. So we'll be back next week on the 10th. Time TBD, but we'll let everybody know via social media and Discord. Otherwise, thanks everybody here for watching here today, Friday, December 3rd. If you're watching later, thank you so much, and we'll catch you next time. See you, everybody.